guys, my name is Lukas. I'm from company Definic, and today we are going to present the innovation that is coming from Slovakia. Our solution is working for any procurement solution that you are using and that you know, but we are focusing for IT services. And for the big companies and big corporates and banks, which are spending more than maybe 50 millions of euros per year for IT services, we are extra layer to make it smart and to save money. Today I'm going to present the case that we have with one of our clients that is validated, and that is one of the major Central European bank. So this is going to be my part. And here is also Robert, the co-founder.
Hey everybody, my name is Robert, and together with Lukas, we are co-founders of Definic, which is a platform for vendor intelligence, IT tenders / procurement. So if you have a company that has annual IT budgets on IT services roughly upwards 50 million, we can help you bring down the cost to roughly 20 million while heavily improving the vendor quality. So just to show you how inefficient the IT services procurement world is, and these, by the way, are unfortunately the real numbers. As you can see, at least 66,000 of vendor failures trace to the lack of domain experience or expertise, and at least 40% of RFPs contain critical information. By the way, we can share you the inefficiency report that we have delved into afterwards if you're interested, but this is just some numbers to get us started.
And now I'm going to present the case study from the bank. And the situation at the bank, they have the procurement, they have big spends, but for IT services, they have been working with more than 100 different IT companies. They had more than 100 different business users who were allowed to create the new tenders somehow. So it was kind of chaos, because on the one side you have IT leaders that can create the tenders, but at the same time they didn't have any system that can recommend which one of 100. At the end of the day, most of the tenders have been led by single source tenders, because they didn't know which company to invite, so they invited just one company because they knew from the past that yes, this company is going to solve it. So it was the pain number one. But also, in case they are going to contact the procurement team and vendor management, they ask which vendors to contact. So they take care about the whole tender, and the whole process took 6 weeks on average. So basically, they spend a lot of time with no results, or they make it fast and invite just one company. It was the status when they came to us and asked to cooperation. Also, definitely about the price. Just imagine that if you are going to invite just one company for a tender, sometimes the price is good, sometimes the price is higher. The difference in the contracts, and they have 500 different contracts for IT services, was 400%. So some of these projects have been valued for example, in resources for 500 per day, and some of these contracts have been valued for 1,500. So it was a big difference before we came to the company. It's changed. What happened that we created the RFP assistant. Basically, each employee that has access to create the tender has really smart and fast way how you are going to let the whole tender.
So we built the RFP assistant based on the numerous feedbacks from the vendors, incomplete RFPs, numerous complaints, because they understood, and they know, most of you know as well, creating RFP is a project of its own. So our RFP assistant helps you nail down all the differences in your input documentation, and helps you accurately describe all the different data layers in the RFPs. So that way the vendors will actually reply with relevant offers to you. And not many people know this, but most of the markups in the vendor prices are actually happening because they are being introduced to the RFPs that are missing critical errors. So something we really wanted to take a look at and fix, which is a huge problem still.
So what happened from the chaos before between the IT and the procurement? We designed with the procurement how it's going to work and let the IT leaders and business owners to create these RFPs by themselves. So it was intelligent. We could estimate how much it's going to cost. We could also advise which technologies maybe are going to be the best one for the solution. And also we could help you to find the best vendors which to invite based on the domain expertise, based on the past contracts. Also, what happened on the platform that from the proposals, we made the scoring of the proposals and made the sorting which one is the best and which one maybe they should choose for the next interview and to go deeper. The whole process, it is done on the platform now from 6 weeks, we made for 2 weeks, and it's led by the IT people, IT decisions makers, and it's big difference because it's not led by the procurement that don't understand technology and software engineering. Yes, benchmarking. It's a great question how much you should pay. And basically, what we do is benchmarking against the market, but also benchmarking against the past contracts what you had.
So our AI matching engine is built, it tracks numerous data sources in your vendor portfolio, but the main ones we look at is the domain expertise, the past contracts, the references of customers, and whether they are corresponding to the actual delivery of the vendor. So all the, I think the right mixture of the data that we can compile will actually help you see if the vendor is really good for you. And the way that happens is through our AI matching engine, which is quite a heavily orchestrated data layers, but they'll help you on the front end, they'll help you see which vendor is actually best fitted for your project.
Yes. Benchmarking, it's super important because before it was working like Excel sheet. Just imagine that you have 100 companies with limited information what they can really do. You have some basic information. And when we implement the solution, you can exactly know what kind of employees they have inside of the company. You know also what kind of projects they have built in the past. And also you can benchmark how much you paid to them in the past, or maybe benchmark the prices on the market. And at the end of the day, like each tender, what they started to use at the 1st of January 2026, it's 18% cheaper than they have been doing before they have the platform. So this is the benchmarking, how they help any of the user inside of the bank. And at the end of the day, these are the results. And the last point we would like to mention is that for each tender, we managed to do competition, some arbitrage. So just imagine before they have been inviting just one company, one IT company, because they didn't know which companies are going to deliver the solution, which company are great to invite. So you have like kind of black box and no information.
And one of the many great things about our platform is also the fact that we do not only track the vendors you work with, but we also track the market globally. So we are tracking thousands of companies that could be potentially a good fit for your use case as well. And our platform will always recommend you the best fitted alternatives to the vendor you are working with. So this is something we can also help to procure you with and to our customers as well.
So at the beginning, it was single source in 80%. Now we are at the number maybe 4% of the single source tenders, and it's going to be even lower. At the beginning, they have been using 100 different IT companies as vendors. They found the 40 new companies that can be the best fit for them to start a new cooperation because they have been missing the technologies and they have been missing the expertise what they needed. And also the response rate, it's great for the vendors also. It's kind of win-win situation because the client, they have like smart platform to make it super fast, that is under control and is transparent. At the same time, the vendors, they have really easy system to apply to the tender and to always know that they are a good fit for a client for a specific case. In the last 5 months, we have 60 different tenders, and the number is growing. So until now, we processed more than 10 million euros in tender for one client. Altogether on the platform, we have until now more than 150 million. So there is a lot of information, a lot of proposals, and a lot of tenders that we can learn from. The results are quite good. As a young company, we are doing for one entity in big banking group. We made 1.2 million since the beginning of the year in savings. The total budget, what they made the contracts is 5.4 millions. So in past, they would spend around 6.6 millions for the same service. From the moment that they are using the platform, they just made the contracts for 5.4. According to the results from the last weeks, it's going to be even better. And it looks that each month we are saving to the one bank 400,000 euros per month. So it's just intelligence layer for IT services. But at the end of the day, the budget is so big. The budget is 100 millions per year. And if you are going to analyze each tender and make the right decision, you are going to save hundreds of thousands euros each month as a European bank.
Speaking of savings, the other way also to look at it is that the money you save, you can actually reinvest and work with better fitted vendors who can help you deliver faster and with domain experience or expertise. So there's an example, if you have 50 million annual IT spend on IT, from that amount we can help you save roughly 5 to 10 million, or the other budget is basically the same thing, but also adding to the amount of money that you will save, you will gain much greater visibility into how your vendors are actually performing, how your managers are dealing with all the vendors, if they're you know, sorry. So if they like the vendor, if not, they can track the performance, they can rate the performance, and these are the data that we're collecting and that we can use across the platform as well. So this is also part of the platform that can be really valuable to the other customers, where we can use all the different data anonymized and then provide them to the customer so they can see how much better they are doing this use case or worse in terms of money and performance as well.
The four major benefits what we see now on the platform is, of course, savings. Thanks to the arbitrage and benchmarking, you can do direct savings. But also it's important that we always recommend the IT companies that have been building similar solutions in the past. At the moment, we process more than 120,000 different case studies between the client and the IT vendor about different projects. And always when we are going to share your problem, we are going to find the ones that can solve it the best. Basically, we are finding the most similar cases to say which company have expertise or not. The next one is also, of course, is the speed. So each tender is 67% faster. And of course, procurement and the CFO of the company, they have the control. So they spend 100 millions of euros, but now finally they know that they are spent well, because they know the benchmarks and they have the control about each tender.
So as the headline says, select the right vendor for the right job at the right price. This is something our company does. Definic, we have just closed our seed round, $2.9 million US. We have great customers, great results with the customers, which is something we're really proud of. So we are also hiring, and feel free to talk to us if we can help you with your projects, and see if the value we provide to our customers can also bring value to your company.
Yes, thank you very much for the presentation that you stayed here. We have been walking around and talking a lot. There is different solutions and that's solving whole procurement and each categories and different domains. We could see also few solutions that have been solving software products, but I haven't seen the solution that is going so deep in software services. And the software services is going to grow, of course. It's growing inside of each company. In case it can be interesting for your company and the spend of IT services in your company is quite high, we are open to talk and we are going to try to help you. So thank you very much. And in case you have some questions, just meet us or ask now. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, your applause. Do you have any questions? No. Are there any questions? No. All right. So thanks, Robert and Lukas. Thank you.